Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're listening to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm your host, Kieran Mack. Before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And let's just jump into today. PHUKET Sandbox starts on July 1. TAT. Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has given the green light and Phuket will reopen to fully vaccinated tourists on July 1. Tourism Authority of Thailand Governor Yuthaisak Supasorn has confirmed. In an announcement titled PHUKET Sandbox starts on July 1, 2021, Mr. Yuthaisak yesterday said, on May 26th, the Centre for Economic Situation Administration, CESA, chaired by the Prime Minister, approved the plan submitted by the Tourism Authority of Thailand to open Phuket province to international visitors who have also been fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus and who have tested negative upon arrival in the province. The approved plan stipulates that there would be no quarantine for international visitors who must remain in Phuket for at least 7 days before travelling elsewhere. The plan will come into effect on July 1st, 2021. It is aimed at accelerating the revival of the country's tourism industry and paving the way for the reopening of other destinations within Thailand. In this connection, TAT would like to affirm the above plan is on schedule and the Phuket will open to international tourists under the proposed conditions. TAT is committed to working with our tourism partners to ensure the smooth and successful opening of Phuket, he added. We are looking forward to collaborating with you to publicise that Phuket is ready to receive international visitors to your network and clients, as well as undertaking marketing and joint promotion activities to generate tourist traffic to the province in the third quarter of this year and beyond. We also value any advice and recommendation you have about the plan. TAT would like to thank you for your continued support of Amazing Thailand. We are confident our partnership will contribute to a brighter tomorrow for Phuket and the Thai tourism in general, Mr. Yuthaisak concluded. So this seems to be a confirmation that the July 1st Sandbox model is a go, but yet no details given, just a lot of talk. It kind of confirms what I've thought, that the June 4th, the proposals or the SOPs for arrival in Phuket and entry requirements will be published. So not long to go to we'll have all those details, but it seems to be encouraging. But again, you know, they're going to expect you maybe to have a COVID test before you come, a COVID test when you arrive, you're vaccinated. What's the benefit of getting vaccinated with all this stuff? So we really need to keep an eye out for the SOPs and what exactly will be the requirements, what will be the paperwork. But it seems to be a go anyway, that it's gotten the approval of the Prime Minister. So that is certainly a start, a beginning. So I'll keep you up to date on that story as it comes and unfolds. Princess allows new vaccine imports. His Majesty the King's sister has approved coronavirus vaccine imports by an institution she sponsors, bypassing the government as it deals with surging infections and growing public anger over a slow and chaotic rollout. The Secretary General of the Chulabhorn Royal Academy wrote on Facebook that the alternative vaccines would supplement the government's campaign until it could meet the country's needs. The government, which has long insisted it must handle all vaccine imports, will next month start its mass immunisation drive, which relies heavily on AstraZeneca vaccine manufactured by Siam Bioscience. The announcement in the Royal Gazette took some in the government by surprise and comes as the country suffers its most severe COVID-19 outbreak so far and growing unease about the vaccination plan. The decree was announced late on Tuesday and expanded the Chulabhorn Royal Academy's ability to respond to coronavirus. It was signed by Princess Chulabhorn, its chairwoman, and who is the youngest sibling of the king. The Royal Academy will procure alternative vaccines until vaccines that are produced in the country reach a capacity that can sufficiently protect against outbreaks, its Secretary General posted on Facebook, adding that it would comply with regulation on imports and registration. The Health Minister said he was unaware of the royal order before it was published. I just saw the announcement last night, Mr. Anutin said when asked about it during a local television interview. But if it's a benefit to the country, we are ready. Deputy Prime Minister said on Tuesday the Academy had to issue the announcement so it could qualify to import drugs and medical equipment and supplies. But this does not mean it can do so freely. It will have to comply with related laws in full, such as seeking approval from the Food and Drugs Administration. He agreed with Dr. Nitai that the Institute could do so only during the COVID-19 crisis and when the vaccine supply was inadequate. He added the Institute, like private hospitals, could deal with foreign companies to import vaccines using its own budget. The CRA, which includes a hospital and research institute, will organise a news conference for Friday about what it said was its importance of the vaccine of Sinopharm. Thailand is expected to approve the Chinese vaccine for emergency use this week. It was not immediately clear how many vaccines the Academy would import and when, as well as whether they would be free. The government is expected to have available 6 million AstraZeneca doses and 3 million doses of Sinovac vaccine next month, as it starts its main drive to inoculate 70% of its more than 66 million people by year end. Other private hospitals plan to buy 10 million doses of Moderna vaccines through a state-run company. Alternative vaccines are those the government does not offer or plan to administer for free. Currently, the government is administering shots made by Sinovac and AstraZeneca. It also plans to import vaccines made by Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson and Gamaleya, Sputnik 5. Authorities on Thursday reported 47 new coronavirus deaths, a record high for a second successive day, bringing the total fatalities to 920 with 141,217 cases overall. So obviously this is a great thing being done by the princess, and it's great to see them taking initiative to do something that I think the government are not doing. In relation to Sinopharm, firstly, it's approved by the World Health Organization, so I think that will alleviate some vaccination hesitancy that people might have. And secondly, it's reported that they have and can ship 20 million doses within the next 2 weeks, so that will be a huge added benefit to Thailand. So I have to say there's definitely light at the tunnel here at the moment in relation to vaccines. Kratom no longer on drugs list. The Kratom plant has been removed from a list of narcotics listed under the amended Narcotics Act. Justice Minister Somsak Thepsutin said the act had been modified and a new version was published in the Royal Gazette on Wednesday to annul the plant's narcotic status. The amendment will take effect on August 24th, he said. He thanked the organisations involved in pushing for the plant's removal from the list, noting Kratom is a part of local people's lifestyle. However, cultivation of the plant will still be restricted under a new law to regulate the Kratom plantations. He said this legislation, also known as the Kratom Law, will detail how the plant is allowed to be used. It has currently been approved by the Council of State, and the Justice Ministry will forward a proposal to the Cabinet. The Ministry has worked with the Food and Drug Administration on an announcement declaring the legality of Kratom. Regarding ongoing criminal cases, the Office of the Narcotics Council Board has been ordered to identify cases that have not been finalised. It is expected to drop pending cases after the law comes into effect. Kratom is typically used in traditional medicine. However, the plant is known to have stimulating effects on the mind, which makes it a popular recreational drug, one of the many reasons why it was classified as a narcotic for many years. Yes, one of the very popular ways was for people to boil it with like Coke or Pepsi and then drink it. It gave them a high from doing it, but it is good that they're looking at that they're going to legalize it and then control how it's distributed, etc. And I think it's a wise move and more common sense than anything else. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating. We are available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.